Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I'm excited to share with you the items that I was so tempted before, but I have no regret not buying them. The first one is actually very famous to a lot of influencers, a lot of luxury good collectors. Is actually costume jewelry. I don't like wearing costume jewelry because it's like too out there. It's like when you put on a CC costume jewelry, it's like, oh, you're wearing a Chanel and you're like bringing big bucks with you. So it was kind of scary to do that. So I know with bags, it's kind of different. I know about that, but I don't really bring my bag or like a Chanel bag or a Louis Vuitton bag. I don't really bring it when I'm commuting. So with jewelry, I tend to like wearing my jewelry all the time, and that's also one of the reasons why I don't like costume jewelry, because they tarnish. They're not really like fine jewelry, or what I opt for is actually stainless. In stainless, it's more affordable, it's not tarnished, and it's hypoallergenic. So I'm a person who has sensitive skin and very sensitive when it comes to also jewelry. That's why I guess that's why I didn't opt for like costume jewelry, because they tend to have irritation on my skin, my ears, especially ears, because I love earrings. And when it comes to costume jewelry, I'll have like problems with my ears, or my skin gets green, gets rashes like that. So I don't opt for it. Stainless is great. It's really something that I like suggesting to a lot of people, because you're not going to cry if it gets stolen from you, because it's just like this kind of price. Like a lot of the things that I've suggested are like around 100 pesos. So it's really affordable, but they can be in your body constantly. Like you could take a bath in it. That's what I do. I take a bath in my jewelry. I rarely remove my stacks. I don't really just remove them and then after taking a bath then I'll put it again. No, I'm not like that kind of person. Maybe with rings, just because it I'm trying to like put on a lot of products in my hair or in my body, so I don't like putting a lot of gunk on the rings, so I don't get it washed up, but it's still there. So I don't put it with rings, but with earrings I don't remove this. Like this one, my favorite right now, the hoop, it's just constantly on me. So yes, and plus it really avoids me from, if it gets stolen, or a risky thing when you're commuting, someone steals a jewelry from you, or someone like points something to you and then they're going to tell you, give me your jewelry, or they'll go rob you. So that's scary. So for me, I rather avoid that kind of situation and just opt for stainless jewelry. Now the next one is actually coming from expensive things, but they're really pointless for me, is actually small leather goods. I know a lot of people collect them. That's good, that's for you. But for me, I have this specific convenience in a wallet. I'm very picky with the type of wallet I have. So I want something that's not that thick but not too slim. Well, slim will be better, but I do put cards in it and some cash. So I want it to be like easy access, and it's not going to be too crazy. But I really like a bright color. Specifically, my favorite right now, or my ultimate favorite wallet, is actually red. And it's just easy. It's a simple wallet that I got from Shopee. Before, I had this beautiful Gucci wallet, but it kind of gotten overused, and that's why I don't really collect a lot of wallets, because, or small leather goods, because it's just going to be a waste. I don't really use it. Plus it's always in my bag, so it's kind of pointless. I know it's for like when you're going to take pictures of it, it's aesthetic, but for me it is pointless. Take this with a grain of salt. It's just my opinion, it's not yours. So if you like collecting small leather goods, good for you, but for me, I really don't like it. So yeah. One of the things that I really like is collecting bags. And as you know, I love collecting bags, especially dupes. But the one bag that I almost want to get, but I really couldn't pull the trigger, is a bucket bag. I love it. I love the design. I love like the whole put everything in it. I like also especially the specifically bucket kind of shape, like really tube type of shape, cylinder. That I really like. I have so many designs that I've added to cart, but I really couldn't put on the trigger, just because always remember that a bucket bag is like chunky, right? When you wear it, it's just, it's there, unless you're gonna top handle it like that all the time. But I'm not a person like that. I really like, I'm an on the go. Although bucket bag is great, but it's too chunky to be on me, and then it's gonna hit people. So I'm not really that type of person who enjoys that. Sometimes it'll be an occasion, but I do have already specific bags that I use, like a catch-all everything. That's what a bucket bag type of bag is. So I already have those. So I really couldn't pull a trigger. But maybe there'll be like, never say never, but there'll be a chance that I might get it. But right now, so far, I have no regret not getting a bucket bag. And the next one that I didn't think about pulling the trigger also is the Peekaboo bag. There's so many Peekaboo style bags, but until now I still couldn't get it, or I still couldn't really pull the trigger, just because I actually prefer like the Kelly dupes that I have, or the Birkin dupes that I have. I think they're much more convenient for me, much more what I'm used to. Maybe the, if you like Capucine, I would probably want that. That would be something that I really want more rather than the peekaboo. I don't know, but there's things that I actually liked. I've seen a lot of nice peekaboos, but for me, I don't think I could really pull the trigger on it yet. It still depends. It what? It still depends on what I would prefer on my daily basis or on my lifestyle. Right now, I'm really not pulling trigger on getting bags at the moment, but maybe in the future. But for now, peekaboo is really a no-no, and I have no regrets in it because I enjoy a lot of my dupes. The next one are shoes, or specifically shoes that are boots. I don't regret not buying this the knee-high boots. I have a knee-high boots before, but they're like the Converse ones, and that was like years ago. But I really was tempted to get the knee-high boots just because I love fashion, and I think I would really be able to pull it off with some of my skirts or shorts or dresses even. But it's hot here in the Philippines, and I'm not going anytime soon, or I don't go all the time out of the country. So why would I get boots that are like, it's so hot, I won't be able to use it. It's not convenient for me. Especially I would prefer to get something that's like really nice, like invest in nice boots. But since I won't be able to use it often, I couldn't really opt for getting it. Plus, it, like I said, it's so hot here. It's easy for me to have like hot, not really hot flashes, but I easily get hot. It's too hot here. I get irritated also when I feel really, really hot. So I don't pull the trigger in. What I opt for when it comes to like the boots is I actually prefer ankle boots, or maybe like the combat boots. I really want to try that. I'm not sure that I'll be pulling the trigger anytime soon, but so far boots are not yet on the, main part of me. But I would suggest ankle boots here in the Philippines. It'll be easier, or any tropical countries, because it's still great. I could use it on some of my fall outfits even if there's no fall here, but I would really like it as a nice outfit. I really like the styles of different boots, but I just really couldn't wear it or use it here because it's too hot. Now, part of the shoe department are multiple stiletto heels. I've seen a lot of people, Mel in Melbourne, I really love her. She's been mentioning it already also, that where she bought so many stiletto heels, but unfortunately she couldn't use much of it anymore as time she ages, because it's so hard to walk on stiletto heels. Maybe if my work is like modeling, that fine, I'll have a couple of stiletto heels, but right now I stick to the classics. I have like two stiletto heel type of shoes, but not really so high, like the nude pumps that I have, the classic ones. That one, yes, I could use that for like formal events or different kind of events that need heels, then great. But I opt for investing in chunky heels. They're easy. There's so many different styles right now of chunky heels that are not too chunky, or they look stilettos on the side, but they're actually chunky at the back. Like there's like a chunk to it, so it's easy to walk on. It's still beautiful, it still looks elegant, or opt for lower type of stilettos. But yeah, I would really suggest more the chunky heels. There's so many designs right now that are great even on chunky heels, but I would suggest getting the classic type of chunky heels and not the ones that trendy right now, like it's sticking outwards. I don't know, I might show you a picture of it, but I don't think I'm opting for something like that, because for me it's not going to be convenient, because yeah, it's chunky heels. It's kind of hard to pair it if you're going to have that kind of trendy style. Plus the classic will stay with you through the years. Part of the shoe department is white sneakers, or really expensive white sneakers. I've seen it all over YouTube that they have this specific lot of expensive white sneakers, but I don't think I'm going to do that ever, even if I have like so much money, just because I really use and kind of abuse my white sneakers because white sneakers is like my uniform, and I don't want to ruin, or I don't want to waste money by getting white sneakers and it's going to be so dirty and then I have to put it for the spa just for it to be clean again. I'm not the kind of person. I use my sneakers when it's raining, when it's hot, when it's anywhere. I use it, especially if I can. And so I have actually a couple of sneakers, couple of white sneakers that I could use for a bit more formal, a bit cleaner, or a bit on a rugged style. So I'm that kind of person. So I don't want to invest in like super expensive sneakers and then I'm going to make it super dirty. I don't do that. I'm not that kind of person. But like I said, take this with a grain of salt. It's just my opinion and my preference and how I live my lifestyle. So yes, that's my suggestion. I would opt for there's so many affordable white sneakers. I would suggest CLN. CLN right now have better sneakers, sorry CLN, than heels based on quality. I mean, my white sneakers right now from CLN are lasting me through so many years and seasons, like whether it's like super hot or it's raining so much, it's still great, it still looks great. But the heels that I've got, I have a couple of heels that already died that's from CLN because their leather aren't really taken care of proper, or the quality is not as good. I don't know if it's just my experience, but I have a couple of people that I know also that had experience like that with their CLN heels. So I would rather get from Parisian. Their heels are, some of them are really classic and nice, but they are affordable. But when it comes to sneakers, I would suggest CLN, they're still good. Payless have so many great white sneakers. I would suggest to get there as well because they're not as expensive, but they are great quality. And they have soft sole. That'll be great. Now the next one is, this one's a bit controversial, but it's, like I said, it's my preference. I don't regret not having a black Chanel bag. That's why I mentioned the specific color, because I'm not a person who enjoys wearing black bags. I just usually wear a black bag just to pull any of my black bags that I've collected through the years that are not specifically Chanel, because I don't often use black bags. I have, my go-to is red bags, so it's not really a big deal for me, or it's not really an issue for me if I don't get the classic Chanel black flap bag. Maybe a lot of people are saying, oh, that's like super a staple, super a need. But for me, my super need is a red Chanel bag or a red flap bag. It's more important, it's more versatile, it's more easy for me to pair it on my kind of style. So like I said, my signature style is a red bag. Whether it's white, black, gray, or whether my colors are like super flashy, sometimes I just use the red bag. And if it's like super flashy that I don't think red bag is gonna pair it with, white bag. But it's usually never black. So I would suggest get a color that you would prefer as your everyday bag, not just opting for like a black. Especially with classic Chanel, there's so many right now. And if you're ever going to really want the classic Chanel flap bag, I would suggest to check in the pre-love department, because there are so many better qualities from the pre-love or the vintage rather than the new ones. And then finally, back to the accessories is, as you can see right now, is the Cartier love bracelet. I have never thought or tempted to get the love bracelet from Cartier, just because, like I said, it is expensive. And aside from that, if they steal it from me, or like they rob me and they try to steal, especially since it's like the like screw thing, I don't want to risk myself getting my hands chopped off just because a robber wants to get my bracelet. So I would prefer like this one. This is a stainless and this is so easy to open. It's like that, but it doesn't easily remove. So again, I take a bath with this. It's not an issue. So it's just like that. So it's pretty easy and pretty good. And plus, one thing that I mentioned actually before is that's why I also didn't think of being tempted to get the Cartier Love bracelet, because when it gets scratches, you can have it polished, but then you're going to remove the gold layer again. So it's just going to be a waste because you paid a couple of those thousands of dollars and then it's just gonna get scratched. Some people are up for it. I guess they have the money to just burn. But for me, it's not really something that I prefer. So I prefer the stacks that are more on the stainless side. Plus, it still looks elegant, it still looks great, and it doesn't look cheap. And so that's about it for the items that I have no regret not buying. And maybe I would suggest also making a video of regrets that I bought, or things that I bought that I really regret so many years ago. But yes, I hope you guys like this video, and I hope you guys comment on what are the things that you guys have not bought, but you have no regrets not getting them. I hope to see you guys in the next video. Please like and subscribe, and don't forget to comment and say hi. Bye guys.